here today with my brother Terrence.
Hi everyone.
And we're here to talk a bit about, well, we're mainly here to talk about resilience. And the reason my brother is here today is I definitely feel that he has quite a bit of life experience in overcoming adversity. And we're just here to chat with each other and then to talk about the things that he's gone through, especially recently in the last few years, and your story, and then what you learn from it, and then what others can learn from your story. Yeah?
Yes.
So, where do you want to start? Do you want to talk about like how it started, or what was like the toughest parts that you could actually remember in your experience recently? Why don't we start with that? Like, what is the most toughest part of your experience that you could actually remember?
Well, it's because I started with my face mask for my BiPAP machine, where it started giving me too much air, and I had trouble. So in my mind, I had trouble breathing. I was scared of that, having that feeling of bloating and from all the air that I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
So those were the toughest times, I would say.
And from that tough time, did it get worse?
Yeah, yes,
So
it did get worse.
So
yeah.
what happened when it started getting worse?
Then it got tougher because I started thinking about suicide, about wanting to end it all. The thoughts of that, wanting to go down the stairs, fall down the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted the feeling to end.
And do you remember what that feeling is that caused you to think about like having suicidal thoughts? Like what were you feeling? Like what was that feeling?
I don't know, I guess I was scared. Feeling really scared, so I wanted it all to end.
Mm. What were you most afraid of?
I'm not being able to breathe.
Mm.
And well, I guess those suicidal thoughts came from because I couldn't be myself anymore, or couldn't like do things that I really loved.
Mm.
Like eating.
Mm-hmm.
Like eating, I couldn't stomach a meal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, after a few bites,
Mm.
because of all the bloatedness and so once again made it hard for me. So I have a mind that I couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm. So because you couldn't breathe and it led to not eating and doing things that you enjoyed, that's when the thoughts started to come?
Yeah, yes.
Mm.
Yeah, concentrating was hard too sometimes, I guess. Usually love watching TV and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't really concentrate on a show too much.
Mm.
Because all the focus was on my bloatedness and society.
And did you ever, when the thoughts came, did you ever second guess yourself in like, oh, like why am I making this like decision? Like, was there any second thoughts? Like, did you ever second guess yourself to say like, oh, am I making the right decision to do this?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like every day was different, I guess.
Every day was different.
Some days was better than other days, so So maybe that canceled it out. Even it out, I guess. I don't know.
So like on the better days, you don't have those thoughts?
Yes, yeah.
And then when it got worse, that's when the thoughts came.
Yeah, yes.
So in those moments as you're like sitting in that emotional and physical pain, like besides the thoughts of like, oh, I'm gonna have the suicidal thoughts and that you're not in focus, how did you then overcome that? Like in that emotional and physical pain? Like what were the things that helped you?
I guess patience, I guess. Patience played a part too.
Like just being patient?
Being patient, yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do to like stay patient?
Just kept on going. Just went through all the motions, I guess. Just emotions.
Like motion of like going through your routine?
Routines, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was in. Yeah.
So that did the routine help? How did the routine help you?
I guess just to follow the steps, I guess.
Just following the steps?
No, the steps is good, yeah. So
Okay.
I guess it helped me.
Okay, so creating some routine.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, what I do, the day will end eventually. Because I usually, I guess I sleep pretty good, even after all that stuff. So the day would end.
So that routine worked well. What else worked for you in the moments of like pain, physical, emotional pain?
I guess it helped that the support was around the family and some PSWs
Okay.
that were that good.
And how did?
Come.
So what did the like support, be it PSWs and family, do that actually helped you? Because I'm sure there were things that some PSWs and some family and friends did that didn't help. So what were the things that did help? Actually help, be it calm you down?
Just being there.
Just being there.
Just being there, yeah.
Like sitting with you.
Sitting, just
Like talking.
being around. It doesn't have to be talking.
Oh, it doesn't even have to be talking.
We're talking with it help. I don't know.
Talking to actually
Sometimes it
didn't
didn't help too much. I mean.
help. Okay. So just like sitting with you and like being present with you.
Being present, yes.
Okay. Back to like the making sure you have a circle of support, making sure that you're willing to like lean in to try something new. Is it like doing all those things?
Taking a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking a chance of in perhaps like changing things up so that you could get better.
Yes. Yeah.
What would you suggest to people from your experience what not to do to help someone that's in anxiety?
Well, it's going to be different for everyone. But can I say what wasn't helpful?
Sure. Or what's not helpful for you?
Talking to the psychiatrist and social workers didn't help.
It didn't help you.
Didn't help because I just kept on repeating the same things.
So you just kept saying your story?
Didn't really help.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. So in those moments, repeating your story to different social workers and psychologists didn't help you? Okay.
No.
And what else didn't help? What about the medications that you took?
The medications? Well, it's sort of helpful. But some meds I took maybe you get some hallucinations.
Yeah.
That wasn't my bad.
So some medications help, but others didn't help.
Yes.
So were there any other things that didn't help you?
No.
No. So this just this just shows that there are a variety of ways to like not help each person, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's probably best to ask if possible to like what can help and what can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're definitely in the state of and able to like say what's helping and what's not, it's probably best for each of us that are helping someone that may be encountering anxiety, what's working and what's not, and how can we better help you. Right?
Yeah, they should, yeah.
Because for some people, maybe the social workers and psychologists can help,
Yeah.
and maybe some medications can help better than others for
Yeah,
the other
depends,
people too.
yeah.
Yeah. So, it seems like it's a case-by-case basis. So just make sure that you know what's working, or you know that there are certain things that could work for you and that you're willing to try, and really just be able to speak honestly about it. So, is there something else that, based on your experience, now you know, like, how to overcome the adversity that you faced? Like, what would you say, like, your secret formula is, like, to overcome adversity? Is there one?
No, there's no secret. There's no secret, I guess. I don't know, I guess having my condition, the shape, muscular history has helped me, I guess, to be resilient, because there's been a lot of changes through my years of growing up with this, with the condition that I have.
And looking back at all the different adversities that you faced, right? And each time you're resilient with each of these, what would you say, like, is like a theme that appears for yourself? Like something that's common in each of those experiences.
It could be just patience.
Just being
I've
patient.
been pretty patient, usually.
Okay.
Yeah, most of my life I've been pretty patient. Things, I guess.
So being patient with that, with what? Like that, it will be,
It'll be okay.
everything will be okay?
Everybody go, well, you get used to something, or get better, or I don't know.
So is it acceptance? Is it acceptance of what's going on, or to know that something will change? So what is that patience for?
Patience for learning, kind of.
Patience for learning about...
The certain way that certain change that I'm going through, I guess.
Okay.
Like for example, like
Yep.
trying a new wheelchair, or changing the way you drive, like maybe a new controller, maybe.
Okay.
For example, for wheelchairs.
Okay. And also in the case of your breathing, patience in that you will now try a new mask